Chairman Conyers, Chairman Scott, Ranking Member Goodlatte, and distinguished members of the subcommittee, you have honored me deeply by inviting me to stand with you and among you in our common cause. I'm especially honored to be here in the year of the 15th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act. I honor the stand that you've taken because you have the power to help survivors heal and reclaim their lives. For the past 11 years, I've played a sex crimes detective on Law & Order Special Victims Unit. The show is indeed fiction, but the fiction is based on horrific facts. Like the fact that in the time it will take us to conduct this hearing this morning, 60 individuals in the United States will be sexually assaulted. But it wasn't only the statistics that pressed the tragedy and the pervasiveness of these acts into my consciousness. It was also the letters and emails I began receiving from victims of abuse sharing their stories, and many for the very first time. I remember I remember my breath going out of me for the very first time when the first letter came, and I've gotten thousands like it since. I responded by starting the Joyful Heart Foundation in 2004. Our mission is to heal, educate, and empower survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse, and to shed light into the darkness that surrounds these issues. I'm proud to be part of this movement that will change the way we respond to these epidemics. I've been invited here today to talk to you about the crucial piece of that response, eliminating the backlog of untested kits in the United States. While I am not an expert, I am indeed an advocate in the literal sense of the word, one who calls out to you on behalf of the thousands of survivors whose voices, courage, and hope for justice I am honored to bring with me into this room. Every year in the United States, more than 200,000 individuals take the courageous step of reporting their rape to police. And because of what those individuals have suffered, their bodies are crime scenes, living, breathing, feeling crime scenes, from which we collect a rape kit. Experts estimate that there are hundreds of thousands, untested rape kits in police and crime-led stories throughout the country, as Ms. Worthy said. The benefit of testing rape kits goes beyond introducing the clarity of DNA evidence in the arena of rape and sexual assault, the crimes with the lowest reporting, arrest, and prosecution rates in the United States. These kits represent human beings who have suffered greatly. Testing their rape kits sends a fundamental and crucial message to victims that they and their cases matter. Not testing the rape kits sends the opposite message. Take the example of a survivor that we worked with at Joyful Heart, a woman named Helena from Los Angeles. When Helena was 17, she was abducted at knife point from a car wash and raped repeatedly. Afterwards, at the hospital, she submitted a rape kit, and for the next 13 years was unable to ascertain the status of her kit. Helena lived every day of those 13 years in fear that the rapist who had vowed to kill her family, if she reported the crime, who had vowed to return and take her as his own. When the rape kit was finally tested, the results revealed that her rapist was serving a 25-year sentence in Ohio. He was known to have raped 2 other women while Helena's kit sat untested. The statute of limitations of her rape had run out, but prosecutors are currently pursuing a life sentence for the abduction charge. Helena said, "Finally, my nightmares have stopped almost altogether. I have a sense of security that I haven't felt in over a decade. My home is my own. My family is safe." We must urge law enforcement, after a victim has given her consent, to send in the rape kits for testing. We must provide law enforcement and prosecutors with training and tools to investigate and prosecute sexual assault cases. We must provide our inundated crime labs with funding to build their capacity. We need better technology to document the number of rape kits in storage facilities. We need public awareness to address bias of rape victims. And most importantly, we must keep the victim at the center of the reforms. And that means ensuring the victims can receive information about the status of their cases, creating protocols for victim notification with rape kit results and testing decisions, and providing short-term and long-term supportive services. At Joyful Heart, we envision a community that says to a survivor, "We're not impervious to your suffering. We will give you our ears if you wish to speak your anguish. We will lend you our voices if you cannot find yours. You've suffered enough, and your healing is our priority. You here today are all a shining example of a community that can strengthen the possibility of healing survivors because you are acknowledging, responding to, and taking action to end suffering. You have my fierce commitment to use my voice, to commit my resources, and do whatever it takes to bring safety, compassion, healing, and justice to victims of and survivors of sexual assault. Thank you for this honor to be here today.
Thank you. Dr. Estelle.
Thank you.